There was a lot of stuff that happened in that one.
There was a lot of people dying. A lot of people died.
Yeah, there was a lot of people dying.
Almost every scene there was a death.
For those of you that don't know, this is a series that I'm doing with my brother Adam. We are reviewing every episode of Game of Thrones for season 6. This is episode 2. And so there are spoilers. There's going to be spoilers through this entire thing.
Yeah, we just spoiled a lot of stuff.
Well, we didn't say who died.
Sorry, guys.
Just, there's a lot of people that died. Really, if you click a review of a TV show, you gotta expect there to be spoilers.
You put spoiler.
Yeah, I put spoiler in the title. First scene.
Bran.
Raisin Bran is back.
Yes.
And he's older.
He already found the three-eyed crow. We forgot about that.
Yeah, we forgot about that. But it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, what do you gotta do?
Whatever. But that's why he wasn't in season 5, like you pointed out, because he already found the three-eyed crow. So that was the end of his story in the books.
Yeah, he already caught up to the 5th book in the 4th season of the show. That's why I guess he wasn't in the 5th season of the show.
So in the book, was the three-eyed crow that guy in the tree?
I don't really remember that. Him finding anyone.
So maybe that's something that is supposed to come in the next book?
Yeah.
Or we just don't remember that detail.
Yeah, or it's the very last thing and I forgot it because it was so long ago. But I don't think it was in the book.
The three-eyed crow, which is Vax Van Stow, actor. He's in the tree. So I guess he's kind of represents nature.
Yeah, I guess he's like an all-encompassing nature
guru dude.
So you can see all throughout. I don't know.
Because they were using the roots, like they were holding on to the roots, like for communication.
Yeah, like
and power, I guess.
Yeah,
being able to communicate with nature and everything or whatnot. Bran, he had that talk with the girl. I can't remember her name. But it sounds like they're about to start leaving.
Yeah, I don't know. Soon. I don't know where they're gonna go or what they're gonna do.
Probably head back to the wall. Go south.
Why?
No, find his brothers, maybe.
I mean, when was the last time he expressed wanting to see his brothers?
Yeah, they really haven't given him a motivation for leaving. More of just that the war is coming, so he would try to go to tell someone about it or join in the fight or something. So I would assume he'd try and go back to Castle Black.
I mean, whoever Bran ends up with, you'd think it would be a Stark that he would help for the greater good.
I would assume it would be Snow.
I don't know. He knows his brother's there. Does he know his brother's at the wall? He knows his brother's at the wall.
Yeah.
Or his half-brother.
And Hodor has a name.
Willis.
I think it was Willis.
What you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
You talking about Hodor?
And they showed him in the past. He was watching his father as a young child and his aunt and uncle training, and Hodor was there and he was talking. So I think in the first video we did, you were like, I wonder if Hodor will talk more than just Hodor.
Did he talk in as the kid?
He did.
Oh.
And Bran was like, oh my god, Hodor talks.
So something happened to him when that made him, maybe he was abused.
Well, I can't imagine it being something physical because he had the same personality when he was a boy. Still that big, loafy giant.
He just got dumber.
Either it was like a progressive, dumber thing, or maybe he just decided he didn't want to.
I don't know. It could be abusive. Like he was beaten a little bit dumber. That happens, unfortunately.
Brain damage?
Brain damage, yeah.
Yeah, it could be brain damage. But he did have a very similar personality. He just said
It's
Only
just a
says
nice,
Hodor now.
It's a nice Hodor.
Big, loafy,
Nice Hodor.
nice Hodor. I like him. So I think he's gonna end up going back to Castle Black.
I don't know. There's nothing.
Big motivation.
There's no rush, and there's no motivation for him to go anywhere. He'll probably train with that guy. That guy's gonna train him. I mean, I guess they could train on the move, you know.
I don't think that guy's leaving the tree.
That guy could leave the tree, or
Maybe.
the Raven could leave with Bran.
Well, they don't give a clear. It was more of just setting up. Hey, Bran is still around, and
Yeah,
this is what kind of happened, but we're not going to really say.
to move the story for the sake of story, for moving the story along, it would be nice if he went to Castle Black, to the Wall.
Right.
But I
They
mean, where
didn't-
else would Bran want to go? He would want to find family, right?
Yeah, and the only person he would really try to seek out would be Snow, because everyone else is dead.
He thinks Sansa and Arya are dead.
No, he doesn't.
I can't even think that far
But
back.
Snow would be the closest relative.
He
'cause
would,
it's
but
right
who
there.
does he know? Everybody I think he thinks Arya's dead at least. I think he thinks Arya's dead. Sansa, is unsure. He doesn't know. But I'm sure he could see. He could find his family in the next episode through that tree if he wanted to.
Yeah, maybe that's what he does.
Yeah, he finds his family.
He finds where they are.
There you go. That's what he does next. He tries to find his family, and he looks through the tree.
Maybe he realizes, because at the end of the episode, Jon Snow comes back to life. Exactly like that. The dramatic.
I need air.
But maybe that he sees, whoa, something is wrong. My brother was dead and now he's alive. What the hell?
Or the direwolf. The direwolf makes more sense. Like he'll see through the direwolf at least and see his brother is alive, his half brother.
Right.
I should have thought of that.
Well,
Because all of them Starks see through their direwolves.
that's
That's
true.
the most obvious thing.
I want, I want one of those dire wolves.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome.
Yes, they are.
So, Tyrion.
Tyrion unlocked the dragons from... But they just walked into the back. They're like,
Well, I think that was the exit
Is that the exit? Where were they going? It was like...
to the other end. I mean, the part right in front of them was just that little door. They're not going to go through that.
No.
They're going to go through where she brought them in the first place.
Oh, was there a hatch back there?
Yeah, there's like a big...
Coliseum hatch opening?
Yeah, like a huge garage door opener. Yeah, they just walk by and hit the button.
It seems like Tyrion is fearless. Beyond it. Maybe he was drunk enough to do it. Maybe that's what.
Maybe that's why he drinks all the time, is to have that courage.
He drank enough wine to go face the dragons, I suppose.
But we did get the awesome line from the trailer. That's what I do. I drink and I know
Oh,
things.
I thought he said it to Daenerys. Like in the trailer, it made it seem like he was saying that to Daenerys.
But I do like that line. It's going to be one of those quotable things you'll see on T-shirts.
Oh, it
and
already
stuff.
is. It's a meme. It's all over the place.
I want the Tyrion T-shirt that says, "That's what I do. I drink
Well,
and I know things."
For you, it would be I drink and I know
Kinda know
kinda
stuff.
know a few things.
I drink and I make up things.
I drink and I know stuff a little bit, maybe.
Question mark?
Yeah, question mark. There you go.
I drink and I know stuff.
Things. Please remind me. I forgot. Thanks.
He just made two really good friends.
Yeah, it's like the lion and the mouse, that Greek fable,
Mhm.
where you pull the thorn out of the paw of the lion. So they're grateful that he unlocked them. So, and they're highly intelligent. Hopefully, they won't burn him.
Well, and they do show that because in the past they just kind of showed them as animals. Really, they were intelligent animals, but more of just like they acted as if they were just like a trained dog. In this one, they really showed how intelligent the dragons really are. Like they understand what's going on.
Like they were listening to him?
Yeah, I mean, as he was talking and telling the
You
story,
think
like
they're
they were
listening to him?
I don't know if they can understand what he's saying, but they're getting the idea of it. I don't know if there's any telepathy in there or anything, but like as soon as he pulled the pin for the first dragon, you saw the other dragon was like,
Well, yeah, I would have.
come on, dude. Come on.
The dumbest animal would do that. The dumbest animal on the planet would do that.
But I mean, it calmed down while he was telling his story about wanting a dragon as a kid. And, you know, like any other animal, they can sense your...
I think they just sense your mood. I don't know if they really sense what you're saying.
But I think they could sense... Yeah, they probably don't know exactly what you're saying, but they could sense that he was trying to befriend and calming.
Yes.
And now that he released them, you know, he's got two really big, loyal, awesome dragons that would probably, you know, protect him or help him out.
You'd think so. Who knows?
Because, like, that's one way of getting the dragons to leave. Get out of there. But there's a reason Tyrion did it and not Khaleesi.
What?
I'm thinking it's because that's going to come up later in the story. That his new friendship with the two dragons are going to come into play. They're either going to protect him.
Maybe they'll go and find Daenerys.
They're going to help him in
She
some
was.
way.
You were right. She wasn't in the episode at all. Daenerys.
No,
Do you think those dragons are gonna go find Daenerys?
I think...
They're more attached to her. Those two are more attached to Daenerys than the Black Dragon.
I think they'll
seems
stay.
like.
I think they'll stay around, but they'll end up obviously going and eating everybody's sheep and stuff. Taking out a few farmers. Some good little pink snacks running around. But I think they'll stay close. But I don't know if they're going to try and seek out Khaleesi. Like they're going to be like, "Why did you lock us up?"
Oh, they're not. If they're mad at her, they're not gonna be mad at her for long.
Yeah, if anything, it'd be like, "Hey, look, we got out."
It's gonna be like Tommen with Cersei. Like he wasn't mad at her that long, and they talked about it, and it's over. They're on good terms now.
Right. But yeah, she wasn't in it at all. They just they were at that place. They talked about the burning boats, but it was all about Tyrion's story, not Khaleesi.
Yeah, it was just all Tyrion there.
But I think somewhere else in the season, the fact that he was the one to let the dragons go is going to come into play. Either they save him, or protect him in some way, or he asks for help.
Well, they're gonna stay loyal to him.
Yeah, they're going to be loyal to him. Or maybe there's a coup and if he gets threatened in any way, the dragons will be there.
I mean, it's good to make friends with dragons.
Right.
Damn.
Oh, and the CG for the dragons looked really good. I thought.
Sure. They're not gonna put crappy CG in there.
It's a TV show. I mean, but they had movie quality CG.
I know, but they got tons of money. They're the biggest show on HBO. They have tons of money to blow.
Tomlin? Is that the Boy King?
I just said his name. You don't remember his name?
I remember drinking no stuff.
Don't stop, Tomlin. Guy with crown on head. The guy with crown on head.
Yes, exactly.
The guy with the crown on his hat.
The less annoying brother.
The less annoying Lannister brother.
That was that whole scene with them was very short. They basically just set up that he apologized and got Mom back.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really. That kid is gonna do what anybody tells him to do. You could tell that he temporarily stands up for himself, and then somebody says something and he's like, "Oh, sorry, sorry, man. It's just I want to be cool with you, man."
He's like
let's be cool.
He wants to be an alpha, but he's just a pretender.
Yeah, he's really just a softie. He's trying to be an alpha, but he's a softie. Poor guy.
Now the sparrows, that scene was good though. I thought they were really pushing their power.
Yeah, man, you almost thought Jamie was gonna stab him in the throat right there. Or
Yeah.
something.
I really thought like
The old
I
Jamie.
wouldn't have been surprised if he had killed him right in that room.
I think they were trying to show that like the old Jamie Lannister with his right arm would have, like without hesitation, but that Jamie with fighting with his left hand, he hesitates because he doesn't have as awesome fighting skills.
He's not as confident or sure.
He's not his. He hasn't trained that long with the left hand, so he's not as confident with his left hand, with his fighting skills with his left. But he was amazing with his right arm.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what they were trying to show in that.
And I really like the actor that they got to play the leader of the Sparrows. I think he plays that character very well. He makes it seem like he is very humble, but he really has a lot of power, and he knows it, and he likes
he knows.
it.
Yeah.
But
He's passive aggressive.
right, the actor is very good at playing that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just a humble
Every line,
servant.
every line he throws out is to quell anything the other person says,
Oh,
to doubt him.
kind of
in
like a
any way.
rebuttal.
He always has some kind of super cool rebuttal to quell anything anybody else says, right?
Yep. Like he'll try and turn everything around and just be like,
I know things.
Nope.
I know
things.
I know words. I know stuff. God.
All right. What about what was next?
Well, we could talk about Sansa or Arya.
Yes, Sansa. I thought Theon was going to stay with Sansa through the series.
It doesn't make sense. Why would he go back to the Iron Islands? His family doesn't like him.
No. Well, they did try to rescue him, I guess. She had said in the episode, she had tried to go and rescue him against her father's orders.
Yeah. I mean, I guess his sister cares about him, but she never shows it, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he's just going to jump back and forth between the Winterfell and Iron Islands, because...
Yeah, but I didn't quite understand his motivation for leaving. I would have assumed he would have tried to stay and protect Sansa the whole time.
Maybe he wants to just get as far away as he can from Ramsay Bolton.
Or maybe he might want to just get away from Bolton. Or maybe he thinks he's being a threat to her by being there. That the people are going to be looking for him.
I don't know. It seemed kind of random for
Yeah.
him to just throw that out there. It seemed, in that moment, you kind of needed something to break up the pacing. A shock.
Right.
I'm leaving.
What?
Okay.
But out of everything that happened in the episode, that was really the only thing that I was surprised about.
Well, I was surprised. I was surprised when Ramsay killed his father.
Yes, actually, I was surprised at that.
I thought he was going to
did not
just kill the
expect that,
baby, which is horrible. He also killed the baby and the mother and his father.
He didn't kill the baby and the mother. He fed his dogs.
He did. Come on.
He fed his dogs.
No, he did kill him. He went. Hey.
Oh, he gave the order.
He gave the order to the dogs to go eat him.
But yeah, you had called it that the baby was going to die. I thought the baby might not die after he killed his father. But
man,
no.
in that scene, dude,
You
you knew he was thinking about it. He's like, I'm going to have to kill some people now.
Mm-hmm.
And we were also thinking, he's starting to be almost as hated as Joffrey, right? We were thinking that.
We want him to die equally as bad as we wanted Joffrey to die, but he's the less annoying version of it.
Yeah. You said, what'd you say? You said you want to slap Joffrey and then kill him.
And you just want to kill this guy.
And then this guy, you just want to kill him.
And, and Theon's father
Yeah, the Greyjoy.
got
The Lord Greyjoy of the Iron Islands.
thrown off the bridge.
Yeah, who was that guy? We should have looked that up. Who is that guy?
Well, I am going with the obvious that he's his brother because he says brother. But you say he's just saying brother as in a term. As
hey, bro. Yeah, it's not. It's like an Iron Island brother. He's not. But we're supposed to know who he is. Who is he? Are we supposed to know who he is? We should have looked it up before we did this video.
Yeah. Oh, well. You'll tell us.
Tell us. We're dumb.
No. But it's like, whoever he is, he popped in, killed him, and then disappeared. He wasn't even at the funeral or anything.
Was he one of his soldiers, maybe, it seems like?
And it was kind of hard to see him with all the rain and the wet beard and stuff.
He almost looked like Theon's more like Theon's brother than he looked like the king's brother. He looked more related to Theon Greyjoy than the father.
I mean, they did talk about that he had just come back, so he wasn't someone that was in the show. He was out sailing the whole time.
Who is that guy?
So you guys will tell us who he is, unless we're not supposed to know.
Yeah, that's true.
We may not supposed to know yet.
Like the first scene we see this guy,
right?
He kills a Greyjoy.
Yeah, and then
but he's talking like we're supposed. The dialogue he's talking like we're supposed to know what he's talking about,
or just to let us know that they know each other. But we don't know why.
They have a history.
They have a history of some kind, but we have not been exposed to it. I'm assuming he's going to try and take over. Because during his funeral, his daughter was assuming power. And the guy said, it's not your choice. It wasn't the king's choice. So obviously there's a council or a group of some kind that's going to decide who's going to take over. Maybe this guy comes out of nowhere during that and tries to take the power.
Yes, I agree. That's very...
We agree on something.
Whoa. We agree. That is very likely that'll happen.
Now, what was after that?
I don't know.
I think we just went to snow after that.
I don't know.
We were right about Jon Snow. The Red Woman brought him back, but
not in the way we
not
thought.
For the reasons we thought.
Yeah. We thought it had to do with the necklace, which was kind of that scene at the end of the scene, the last scene in the last show. It kind of seemed like a misdirection.
Right, like they were trying to show a giveaway that she could bring him back, but it's not.
Yeah, but who knows what? Maybe she was just going to bed. That's what she usually does when she goes to bed.
Maybe she was just depressed and went to sleep.
She's sad, Stannis. She was sad that Stannis didn't become the king. That's for sure.
Right.
She expressed that in this episode.
So she brings Jon Snow back to life, but because the other guy asked her to, instead of her trying to gain power.
Yeah.
Like, she's not wanting... Like, my thought was she would want somebody of power that she could follow and hopefully manipulate. And it wasn't the case.
No, it was absolutely not what we thought.
Turned out she was just doing it because she was asked to do it. And she's never done it before.
Maybe she was just reluctant and that guy needed the nudge to move her. Maybe she was eventually gonna... She was definitely contemplating and... She's sad, she's contemplating all the time in all her recent scenes.
So any other thoughts?
Well, we could talk about Arya, I guess.
Arya, we missed that one. Yeah, we skipped that part. He says, basically, if you tell me the girl's name, the girl will have a place to sleep tonight. She's like, the girl has no name.
No name, man.
If you tell the girl's name... The girl will eat tonight. The girl has no name. But then he says, the girl says her name, I will give her sight back. So obviously, like
she
what
hesitated on that one.
Yeah, she did. But then she said the girl has no name.
Oh wait, no, it's a test again. I gotta remember these are tests.
These are tests. Damn it.
I would probably do the same thing in her situation. Like, oh wait, no, he's testing me again. Damn it.
If the boy says his name, does the boy get laid? Koricon. My name's Koricon. But so he was obviously pointing out that she will be getting her sight back at some point, and he's the one to do it.
Absolutely.
Magic of some kind, whether it be he's got
Absolutely. It's
a magical object or powers in himself, whatever, but she's going to get it back just like you thought.
Yes. It's absolutely a test. What we thought. That he was just testing her. And he's controlling her. Mm-hmm. He's pushing her. He's pushing her brain to the limits.
And I think it's like what we were saying in our first video before the season started. That we think she'll get her eyesight back about halfway through the season. So I'm guessing another episode or two.
Could be the next episode. It seems like
maybe
they're nudging at that it's the next episode.
I don't know. It seems like they're gonna maybe they'll test her some more and then she'll pass and then he'll give her sight back.
I think it'll happen the next episode.
The absolute next episode.
This next episode.
Next week.
Next week it'll happen. She'll get her eyesight back. I think.
So, what are your thoughts for next episode besides Arya getting her sight back? Snow's alive. He's probably going to take over. A bunch of people are going to be freaked out. Do you think they're going to pull like a Pet Cemetery storyline and his personality is different now that he's back?
Well, he's definitely going to be mentally groggy.
He has been dead for a day or two.
Yeah. But I don't think they'll hesitate too much on that. That's cool. I didn't think the wildlings... I mean, I should have thought of that maybe, that the wildlings would attack the castle. Or, they would be on Snow's side, of course.
Right.
We should have thought of that.
I did like that scene where the guy shot the giant with the arrow, and the giant looked at him, grabbed him through the floor, and then just threw him into the wall.
It was like a Hulk moment.
Yeah, it was like Hulk with Loki kind of thing. And then also... the mountain. Zombie mountain dude.
Zombie mountain. Another big guy.
Yeah, when he killed the pissing dude. He just like threw his head into the wall.
A lot of people died in this episode.
Yeah, this is a lot of people dying.
Important people and unimportant.
Regular people, just everybody.
I mean, that's what that guy gets for bragging in front of everybody. He gets killed.
Yeah.
You learn not to be a bragger.
Especially trying to brag about the size of your penis because you showed it to the king's mother while she was being paraded naked around and called a whore. You're just asking to die.
Yeah.
Asking to die. While you're pissing.
While you're peeing. Or he stopped peeing, and then he did it.
That's right. He peed on the knight a little bit.
He's like, who are you? I peed on you.
And then the knight's just everybody's intimidated by the big zombie mountain.
I would be.
The dude's huge.
If I was one of those knights that wouldn't let Cersei pass, I would have done the same thing.
Do you think that he's gonna end up taking off the helmet and we get to see him, or is he just gonna be in that suit the whole time?
That could be a season ender, maybe.
Or
you can definitely see the gray around his eyes.
Yeah, you can tell he's dead.
Something's going on. He's weird and looking.
Yeah, like he didn't come back to life. He's like Frankenstein.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was gonna say is we should have thought that Cersei she has a lot less power now. She can't do much. She's gonna have a hard time getting back at Cersei or getting back at Marjorie, or getting back at the Sparrows. She's gonna have to do it through Jaime.
I think Jaime's gonna end up being the one.
We should have thought of that. Jaime's gonna be the one getting back. It's gonna be through Jaime.
Yeah.
She can't really do anything.
Well, Jaime is already primed and ready to go. I think you just need to give him
that guy. Yeah, he
the
wants
opportunity.
To kill that guy.
Just give him the opportunity, and he'll take them all out.
The next time he's with that head sparrow guy, he's gotta stab him or something.
So maybe the zombie Frankenstein mountain is gonna go with Jaime and help take out the sparrows.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see why not. Why he doesn't just take a bunch of knights and go kill the sparrows. What's really stopping him?
The public interest. I mean, the public...
I know, but they're not going to see it happen.
No, but once they're dead, there's going to be an uprising. They know who's going to do it. They know who had done it. It's pretty obvious. It's not like some robber came in the night and killed them in their sleep by accident. Didn't know who they were. It's obviously the Lannisters. But I think that, like what we were saying in the first video, I think that Cersei is going to, come up with ways of discrediting them, so that they don't have all of the public.
Oh yeah, you got to do that first, and
before
then
you
kill
can
them.
take them out. Yeah. Otherwise, everybody's going to rise up against you, or you don't want a riot on your hands. You want them to be on board with you taking them out.
They're never really in the books. The public, they are always hating the Lannisters. It seems they never really show that much in the TV show, but there's always like a murmur of hatred for the Lannisters in the books.
Yeah, but they never like rose up to take them over. But with the Sparrows, that's an actual threat, because he can do that. He did. He pretty much took power, like he said in the episode. We can bring down an empire, take over an empire, which they did, basically. They're not physically ruling, but they can basically tell them what they can and can't do.
I mean, I even hate those guys. I mean, I'm not a religious nut, or I'm agnostic, but I find them annoying.
Yeah.
Even though it is against the Lannisters, and I don't like the Lannisters.
Well,
you don't like Jaime Lannister because he paralyzed Bran. You don't like Cersei because she's a conniving biatch. But, I mean, you don't really like the Lannisters because they're dishonest. You don't like either one of them. You don't like the Sparrows, you don't like the Lannisters, but you don't want the Sparrows to succeed for some reason. Jaime's kind of grown on you since the first season, though.
After he got his hand cut off, he kind of got a little more humble, and you ended up liking him when he was hanging out with Brienne.
Yeah, exactly. He grew on you when he was trekking along with Brienne.
But the Sparrows, they obviously are reflecting the whole Spanish Inquisition Catholics.
And how did that go down?
Exactly. So, I mean, eventually they're going to die in some way.
Jaime wants to kill him, man.
I hope
saw it in that scene. He just wants to kill that guy.
Yeah, I hope he gets to, get some blood on his sword. Wet the tip. Any other thoughts for future episode?
Daenerys should be in the next episode. Something has to. I mean, you can't. I mean, a whole episode without Daenerys. I mean, they're skipping all episodes. I guess they do that sometimes.
Well, I bet you the next episode they're going to continue the story with her and the other Dothraki group that she met last episode. Yeah. Which...
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be hard convincing the Dothraki to go with her as an army, because they don't give a shit about Westeros. They just care about their own kind. They care about the Dothraki. They don't... So to get them, something amazing has to happen to get them on her side as an army. Like, the dragons have to show up. Or the dragons have to show up. I don't know. Yeah. Something epic.
Well, maybe that's why they had it in this episode that Tyrion let the dragons go. Because in the next episode, maybe she's talking with them and they're refusing, don't want to go to Westeros, and then... or something, and then the dragons show up, and she's like, "There's my babies."
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But she would be just as surprised.
I said that earlier, man.
Yeah, that seems like
she needs an army, and there's such an army right there. It's just that it's not on her side.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all you need is some dragons, and people follow the dragons.
Yes. I mean, they could just the people of the Dothraki people could just leave with her. Or they could split the army. Like some people in the army would be like, wow, she is the goddess of all dragons. She is the greatest. She's a god. We need to follow her.
Right. They would see her as an entity almost.
Yes, I would. I'd be like, damn, I'm following her. Right?
I'm going with the hot chick that's got dragons.
Not because she's hot, though. Maybe because she has dragons.
Yeah. I really just want the dragons. I want to be the father of dragons.
Yeah.
I want to be the dragon father.
Yes.
Let's see. Anything else for next episode?
Maybe Stannis will show up. Maybe.
Yeah, where was he? He hasn't been anywhere.
He's in some bush taking a crap behind some bush. Who knows what he's doing? You thought he would, he'd try at anything to get the throne still. Maybe he just defected somewhere.
Maybe he's in hiding, all depressed. I lost my army.
No. I mean, he like that last scene, he was fighting. He fought those last 4 guys, and he was still alive. So he's.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't touched on him yet. But I guess you have to talk about all your main characters first, and they had a lot of stories going on in this episode.
Yeah, he's more of a side character.
Right. Well, I think we covered just about everything.
Yeah.
Well, they'll tell us what we missed.
What
did you guys think?
Yes.
Comment below. Let us know. What did you like? What did you not like? What did we miss? What did you catch? Where are we wrong? Where are we right? Blah, blah, blah. Just type it with the fingers.
I type like this. I don't know about you.
You type like this.
I type backwards.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. And we'll see you next week.